Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Todos Toman podcast. I am your co-host, pues el tanquecito, ¿no? Y aquí estoy con pues con el Johnny Boycito y el Romerito
y sin el Miguelito, ¿no?
Ay, ¿qué?
Sin el Miguelito, digo.
Y sí, dude, I don't know if you remember that one song, the Miguelito song, like the Montala. It was like a little ass kid, dude. No, it was like a reggaeton song.
Oh shit! No.
Va, pues
luego.
Y sí, el tío Google luego.
We started a little awkward, no, the episode. I was hoping to know, no, I was really thinking, I was like, fuck, montala.
Sí, güey. Va, muchachos, pues que mientras que el Romero está buscando, dude, ¿qué es lo que están tomando for this episode, dude?
Pues dale, Romero.
En lo que yo estaba buscando, dejaba ver respuestas. Ya detuve ese pedo. Pero no sé si la han visto, es una victoria. Pero esta quien dice Vicky Chamoy.
Oh, shit.
Ahí está, Vicky Chamoy.
I like the artwork. Apparently, tamarindo, limón. I don't know what else.
O sea, parece que es una como michelada, pero el chamoy dice chela chingona con chamoy y tamarindo.
Ajá. Do you think it was like a Halloween special type of thing, or?
No, yo creo que es Victoria's kind of rebranding, not rebranding, pero trying to like follow the trend de todas las micheladas que están saliendo.
Yeah, makes sense.
Pero pues, I mean, the artwork is what got my attention for sure. And I like the fact that they called it Vicky instead of like Victoria. Victoria logo is like really, really small.
That's true.
Like ahí está en la esquina, pero es Vicky Chamoy. So vamos a probarla a ver qué pedo.
Dude, también the nice design that they have is for the Día de los Muertos.
Modelo, ¿eh?
No, también es Victoria.
No lo he visto.
¿No? Damn. Va.
Dude, and then just to kind of throw a 2 cents out there for the Victoria. Dude, I like Victoria's, damn, ya ni sé cómo se llama the big one, la caguama, the Victoria caguama. Oh, dude, that thing is, for me, super, super good. Way better than the Corona Familiar and all those. Yeah, so I don't know. I saw Vicky and Victoria and all that stuff. And pero muchachos, I'm drinking today a Firestone Walker 805.
805 local?
Yeah, so something local here from Cali. Super good. I don't know what's the percentage. It's a 4.7, so it's nothing too crazy.
Pues yo aquí tomando una modelo michelada de naranja picosa.
Mira, aquí tengo en standby a la chiquitina.
La chiquitina. La baby, ¿no?
Sí.
¿Cómo están bien cariñosos hoy, no? Empezaron bien cariñosos.
The topic de today, ¿no? ¿Son diminutivos?
Sí. Pues,
piropos, ¿no? Vamos a cambiar.
Piropillos, ¿no?
Piropillos.
Por no decir piropitos, ¿no?
Por eso, güey.
Salud, muchachos.
¿No? Salud.
¿Sabe clink?
Un clink.
Yeah.
Güey, sabe chida, ¿eh?
Yeah. ¿Es like tamarindo?
Sí, como un chamón. Como tamarindo. Hasta huele rico.
La vas a dejar que se seque, lo sabe como una vela, ¿no? Mejor ahí.
No
mames. Muchachos, pues
Espérate, encontré a Miguelito.
Oh, shit.
Móntala, video oficial. Vamos a ver. Let's experience the 15 seconds together.
A ver.
Monta, aquí vengo.
Abusada de que el tanque se va a emocionar y a ver si no perrea.
Y sí,
A ver.
Lo grabaron también con un teléfono de back in the day porque...
un Telcel, ¿no?
Oh, sí me acuerdo.
Sí.
Llevas como a 14 segundos, ¿eh?
Y sí, ya nos...
Claro, el dinero que íbamos a hacer en este video podcast, ya YouTube ya nos quitó.
Y sí, güey.
Son capaces, güey.
Pero,
no, well, yeah, I was gonna say it was Halloween yesterday, muchachos. I know we didn't get a chance to record Monday. Which again, everybody
I don't know why I'm saying this.
I don't know why I'm saying this. Everybody knows we record on Monday, but it was Halloween. Romero, you were telling me a little bit that you were under the weather a little bit, pero
sí.
And you guys want to share a little bit what happened yesterday? If you guys did anything?
Pues I'll go real quick. There's not much to share, nada más que ahora sí que los niños han estado un poquito enfermos, o yo pensé que ya la había librado porque empezaron a enfermarse like Monday, Tuesday de la semana pasada, pero yo para el viernes en la noche como que sí sentí que me estaba empezando a enfermar y dije ya valió madre, porque pues teníamos the custom Halloween party que we wanted to go to. Iba a ser con the one that was hosting was Angel. We had him also as a guest. I can't remember the number of the episode, pero compré allá en California cuando fuimos cayó con ustedes, jugamos un pendulum game que based on if you get the ring inside the hook, the shot kind of like moves towards the loser side. Y eventually the loser pues takes the shot. Compré el juego, pero lo compré de 4. Instead of being nomás una línea, es a T, like a cross.
Oh shit!
So así juegan 4 a la vez.
That's smart.
Lo vi y lo compré y hasta le mandé mensaje a Angel, le digo, hey, güey, te va a llegar a tu casa, le digo, así ya no, I don't have to take it over there.
Right.
Y pues sí, chingón y todo eso, pero ya el sábado en la mañana cuando nos despertamos, like los niños tosiendo, like I wasn't feeling well, y pues Carla también estaba como, no sé si estoy enferma o son seasonal allergies, y we're like, you know what, let's just call it. A las 8:30 de la mañana, we're like, we're just gonna stay home. So ahora sí que hopefully our Halloween costumes still, stand the test of time.
I was gonna tell you
next
that.
year.
I was gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
Costume next year already.
Ya ves, pero ¿para qué compras 2, güey?
Pero pues ya ni modo.
Do you know if they end up playing it or no?
Sí, vi some Snapchats y todo, de que lo estaban jugando. Sé que fue Alan Pérez, Alan de State Farm. Fue con Blanca. They dressed up as the Mandalorian and Princess Leia, I think.
Something like that.
Pero yeah, like it seemed fun. We couldn't go. We stood home. We kept it chill.
Yeah.
Y pues ya lo que fue ayer for Halloween, it was a little gloomy, but then it started getting a little rainy towards in la tarde.
Yeah.
So we went to the mall and walked around in the mall with the kids. Pues para que se cansaran, ¿verdad? Pero con tanto pinche dulce, like it backfired y no se durmieron temprano, pero it was good. It was fun.
Yeah, dude. Did you do anything, Cenk?
No, dude. Normally, pues llevamos a like my niece, a Chiquis, to go trick or treating, pero like she's been pretty sick. Ya tiene like algunos días.
Yeah.
Y like incluso today she didn't go to school because like she like lost her voice y todo ese pedo like from the coughing. So yeah, like pues no.
Necesitan que pues ya del garage no la sacamos y
sí, ¿no? Dude, and it's funny because normally she's like always in her room. Like le digo like, oh, pues sal, like, and she's like encerrada in her room. But now that she's sick, she's like walking all over the fucking house, dude. And I was like, God damn, dude, like,
why?
Sí, güey. But yeah, like no, like we didn't really end up doing much. Último, we just ended up like ¿cómo se llama? Doing lo del altar, para el Día de los Muertos, and that's about it. Like passed out some candy and called it a day.
I did see your story on Facebook que pusieron no es altar, es como la ofrenda.
Yeah, la ofrenda.
Well, which is I guess almost the same thing, but I did see it. That actually came out pretty nice. I know with us, I know Anna she went ahead and did ours too. We haven't put any like drinks besides water or food or anything, but I know she did that. And then yesterday we went over. I tell you guys, my suegra and them they tend to celebrate stuff, so They did tamales and pozole, and so we were out there. We went around the block. Over there by her house, it gets pretty crowded. And if you keep going, if you keep going more down east, in the same town in Highland, it gets even more crowded. But we were right there. We probably went trick or treating like around 8, and I mean, it was just kind of a couple blocks down. It was a little cold, chilly. I don't want to say cold, but it was a little chilly. And then we came back home, and that was it, man. I mean, it went by really quick. I'll be honest.
Wait, it goes by
as
quick
a whole year.
Exactamente. Like, you go to the store ahorita. Well, there's even like a week ago, like all the Christmas stuff is out now.
Fuck, dude, for real.
I'm like, we haven't hit fucking Halloween. We haven't hit Thanksgiving. Pero ya está los Christmas trees ahí ready.
Dude, they don't give a fuck about Thanksgiving no more, dude. Straight to Christmas, dude. Straight to Christmas. Había el meme ese, no, güey, de la pinche Mariah Carey, que she's defrosting.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think they did a video too where she's like in a bike, no, or something like that, an exercise
like boat. A vampire or like a witch or something, no?
Yeah, algo así.
Yeah.
Se cambia de like Halloween, no, like a Christmas and shit. Like,
there was the meme where I don't know, I guess like a screenshot of the video. It was just one of the screenshots of a scene, and it was kind of like they put like an effect of like freezing, like the screen was frozen, and then it said enjoy Halloween because this bitch is defreezing or some shit.
Oh yeah, defrosting.
I was like, God, man, that is true, dude. Dude, she makes about $1 million just in December, just off of that song.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
just in fucking 1 month, just off of that in royalties. That's fucking insane.
All she wants for Christmas is you, pero pues bienvenidos el cheque, ¿no?
Sí. That's what she means, dude.
Little do we know, le está cantando al cheque, dude.
Sí, dude. It's a hidden message, dude.
Sí, güey.
Dude, y te pones a pensar y like that song, I mean, quiero pensar, like it's not that old. Like it's kind of like I guess the latest Christmas 90s, song no? Became it was like 90, not even like 2002.
2002. No, dude. So the Merry Christmas, like the album, because it came with the album.
Oh, okay.
It came out on October 28th, 1994.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what year?
94.
94?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started the All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's the number 2 song in the CD. Studio album by Mariah Carey, Merry Christmas.
No, regardless, it's not that old, you know. It's not fucking Blanca Navidad, you know.
For real, dude. Dude, and it's crazy because we do talk about like a bunch of artists. They tend to do that, no? To release like a Christmas album, no? Is this kind of I don't know if it's a tradition or if it's something that the own record label requires, or I don't know. But I know Luis Miguel, obviously Mariah Carey. I even think John Sinatra released something like that too back in the day.
But nobody made their original songs.
No, it's usually just them singing like
it's just covers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nobody did the remix de Pero Mira Cómo Beben los Peces en el Río, ¿no? Yeah, dude.
The only remix era Tatiana, ¿no? Que...
sí, cierto.
A version of that.
Sí, cierto.
Dude, pero, o sea, que una vez hagan el burrito sabanero, ¿no? O sea, si van a hacer...
En reggaetón, ¿no?
Sí, el de Albany, ¿no, güey?
Sí, güey. No mames. I'll be a hit, dude, ¿no?
Sí, güey. I'll be dancing to it.
Ya cualquier cosa que haga ese cabrón ahorita le va a resultar, so might as well.
Sí, güey.
I know we haven't talked about him. You know, we would bring him up every now and then on the episodes, but he's still on tour. I mean, he's doing his Latin American tour. He started on October the 20th.
Cierra en diciembre, ¿no? En el Azteca.
In el Azteca twice, dude. Yeah. 2 days, 2 nights. I know we said that already. Bad Bunny. A ver dónde está ahorita. ¿Cómo lo quiero localizar, no?
A ver,
¿cómo se va a poner su bracelet? ¿No? If it's blinking, está cerquita, ¿no?
Gracias, mi amor.
La tengo, güey.
Damn, dude.
Tan que se duerme con ella todas las noches, ¿no?
Sí, güey.
Sí. Estamos en the first. Apenas acaba de estar en Chile. So he's next is Argentina. 2 nights in Argentina. Damn, dude. That's insane. This motherfucker's going in.
Sí, güey.
Pero yeah, muchachos, other than that, you guys ready for Christmas or what, dude? You guys got the gifts ready? No, damn.
Well, I feel like we're in the fucking holidays or like the time of the year donde más pinche peso se sube, güey. Like the Thanksgiving dinner.
If you didn't do keto before Halloween, dude, it's downhill from here, dude.
Sí, güey.
Bro, you need to be like.
Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, pero pues ya ahorita viene Thanksgiving, ya después viene.
I know, dude. Like, le dije a Miguel, I was like, dude, I'm really thinking about it. But then I'm like, fuck, like, sería nada más de aquí a Thanksgiving, porque pues ya, you can't pass that dinner up and shit, like
that dry turkey of your dad's, ¿no? Como
sí. Oh, güey, no me recuerdes, ¿no?
Como yo said, ¿no?
Sí, güey. Y es un galón de agua, ¿no? On the side.
No, sí, un galón.
Y pues ya después, like, pues es Christmas, lo Año Nuevo, lo que los Reyes, la rosca, like, luego pues
los tamales, la Candelaria.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's might as well just
luego
fucking
Easter.
No,
porque el Día de las Madres.
El Día del Maestro, ¿no? Que hagan su manzanita, ¿no?
Sí.
Yeah, dude. You never know, dude. You just never know, dude.
Dude, fucking fried apples, ¿no?
Dude, es que con with the caramel apples, dude. ¿Cómo se llamaban esas?
Taffy apples?
Taffy apples?
Taffy apples.
Come on.
And that Laffy Taffy?
Laffy Taffy, dude. Muchachos, did you guys ever give gifts to your teachers when you guys were younger?
Nah, dude, I don't think so.
No? ¿Tú, Romero?
I feel like I had. Like, yeah. Que me acuerde exactamente, no, pero.
Yeah, no, yo no me acuerdo de like the gift or whatever, but I do know my mom at the time. She used to work at a discount mall. I don't even know if that's a thing now. Out there in like 26th
still
Street.
Out there, dude.
Oh shit, okay. So she used to work out there and she used to sell women's clothes, no? And tenía una maestra que le decíamos mis botitas. Well, that's, you know how my mom decides to give out nicknames to people, pero mis botitas, because she would have like those furry like the Uggs. She would have a bunch of Uggs, you could say, you know. I didn't know what the hell were Uggs.
The boots with the fur, dude. Like,
y pues cuando venía así, like either Christmas or something, like my mom says that she felt that the lady didn't, like, she would pick on me a lot. So she would give gifts to her, dude, like on Christmas, Día del Maestro, like whatever little thing that she could think of, le mandaba ropa o like little
El Día del Niño.
We were just talking about that, dude. Maybe like about a month ago. She remembers, like, pinche vieja. It's like, man, why would you even try to gift her something? You know, like, you're already talking a bunch of shit to her. Pero, yeah, dude, mis botitas, if you're listening.
You know who you are, no?
I know your boots weren't shit, no? Like...
Yeah, I know for sure we did, dude. And then, dude, come to find out, though, that she had another situation of the pinche marrana situation, dude, recently. Oh, dude, no. I laughed so hard with that. I don't think I'm ready to say. I don't think I'm ready to say the story. Just in case que la comadre is listening, dude, de mi mamá. She's out there in Chicago. Pero pues let's move it along. No, the topic of our episode is what, Tank? Because I forgot.
Pues no sé, lo siguen cambiando, güey, pero I believe it's stereotypes, dude.
It is, dude.
Or it could be piropos, dude. I don't know at this point, no?
Piropillos, güey.
Sí, piropillos, güey. No, it's stereotypes, dude.
Stereotypes. Wow.
Stereotipitos.
Start off, dude. What can you think of a stereotype? It doesn't have to be culture. I mean, it could be cultural. I mean, anything you could think of.
So, like, before the podcast started, like, I was saying that I don't know what comedian said this, but I fucking agree, dude. Like, I don't know who started this whole stereotypes de que los mexicanos were, like, all hardworking, bro. Like, o sea, déjanos descansar poquito, ¿no? Like, fucking...
Take it easy on me, no?
Sí, güey, like, because, bro, like, I swear, like, every time, you know, like, más outside of, like, the Hispanic community, like, they ask me, you know, like, oh, like, by any chance, do you know how to do like drywall? Do you know how to do this? It's like, motherfucker, dude. Like,
yeah, dude.
ya me quieren poner en chinga, dude. Yeah, dude.
My grass is long, no? Do you know?
Do you by any chance know anybody? No, like dude, like, o sea, like sometimes we do know how to do that shit, pero pues que les vale verga, ¿no, güey? Like,
I think I always live with that stereotype, dude, of you're Mexican, you're supposed to work hard, and obviously in this case, putting my parents out there, not to put them on blast or anything, but they had multiple jobs. They had 2-3 jobs when we first got to the U.S. So I know they're pretty hard. They were pretty hardworking people. And now that I'm older, obviously there's times in this case, obviously you guys know I have the bins and stuff, but sometimes it's a little slow. So I'll try to pick up a job here and there if it's not painting a room. In this case, today I was doing a shed in the back of a house. So little things like that. It's like I'm always trying to somehow stay busy, stay active, and obviously make some money. I mean, that's just in this case my situation with me. ¿Cómo no les parece?
No, pero like I thought you were gonna keep talking, pero like it is that, right? Like if you're Mexican, like también it's like, oh, it's cheap labor.
Yeah,
right?
that.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, we say Mexican porque that's what we can relate, pero pues ya cualquier Hispanic que te va a hacer un trabajo en la casa or whatever, like, oh, pues, y luego si le das el precio que es, like, then you get the, like, you want the friends and family discount porque, you're from the same town y la chingada.
Sí, güey.
No me acuerdo, estabas así de chiquito, ¿no? Cuando te vi. Shit, like. No, yeah, but I think también it goes back to like most of us do pride ourselves in being like that hard worker. Y como que siento que se aprovechan, like, because even like, por ejemplo, like the coffee place and shit, like they're always like, oh, you guys are such great workers, y no sé qué, porque nos movemos.
Light skin Kenyan right there. He's a hard worker.
Sí, güey. Pero like, es que es like, es eso de que, like, me, my cousin, y pues, in this case también, the guy that brought us in es mexicano, and pues we're like,
el coyote, ¿no?
Y sí, güey, coyote, güey. And we're like kind of like, oh, well, like, we just want to get shit done already, so we could like go home, lo que fuera. So because of
this job, we just want to get shit done and leave.
So I guess they like take it as like, oh, like, y pues I guess it's that también that thing that que crees is like, oh, no seas flojo, no seas huevón, like, no, so yeah, dude.
Yeah. Hustle harder, my brother, ¿no? Te dicen.
Y sí, güey.
Por eso le agarramos la de esa del tanque, ¿no? Ay.
Sí.
De tu trabajo, ¿no, güey?
Y sí, güey. I fueron to record it, ¿no? Like live.
No, dude, how do you feel about the stereotype que, like, porque ahorita, like, yo siento que, I don't know, like, it's different times, pero pues antes veías a un güey en, at the gas station or whatever, y le hablabas español, and it's like, oh, I don't speak Spanish, even though, like, que es bien mexicano y todo, or se le ve la cara de mexicano, like, you right away make that assumption.
¿No? Sí,
pero pues now there's a whole category of no sabo kids, so.
Damn, dude. I don't know how to feel. I'm speechless, no? Like,
there's no room for the no sabo kids then, or what?
I mean, I feel like, I don't know, dude. I mean, to each their own, but like, at least for me, like, pues, I always like connecting with like nuestra cultura, like, whether that's language, whether that's, whatever it is. And I feel like a lot of them, like, que son like no sabo, like, they don't have that. So I don't know, like, I guess a veces también es the parents que no les inculcan eso.
But you don't think that there's enough generations in this country now that?
So and I was gonna say
there's some room for that shit to be like legit. Like, damn, like, it sucks that along the way it got lost, but it's not even parents at that point,
And también, well, I guess it depends, porque sometimes it's firstborn generation here, de que, like, like, they be acting like that, Pero como dices, like sometimes también es ya de que, por ejemplo, like Chiquis, she's ya like second generation y todo ese pedo. So yeah, like you quieras o no, you start losing, I guess that culture, that identity, that y yeah, dude. Pero I mean, I don't know, dude.
Dude, and I'll be the first one to say, when, like in this case, based off of my kids, we have that. I know we talked about it in past episodes where they question you why they don't speak Spanish, or you should talk to them in Spanish a little bit more often so they can know, and blah blah blah. And I'll be honest with you, we do try. We just got that comment maybe a couple of days ago, and it was like, oh, why doesn't you should talk to Camila in Spanish? I was like, well, we do, we really do. We try. Yes, it's not 100%, all the time, but the fact that I know that we're trying, in this case, I could say that I'm trying, that Anna's trying to involve some sort of, not just the language of the culture because of the ofrenda and, Reyes Magos and all that stuff. Like we really are trying, pero I do see why it could easily be, also a little bit of lost, in this case, you guys would agree that our parents spoke only Spanish. So we were kind of like demanded to speak Spanish only, and we would go to school and talk in English or whatever. But with them, that's like they could go to school, speak English, come home and still speak English. There's really, I don't want to sound rude or anything, but it's really not it's not necessary for them to speak Spanish unless it's, in this case, with my parents or
right. It becomes an extra effort now for them to speak Spanish at home.
It really does. So
también I was going to add to that, even like los amigos, like for us, we have a lot of Spanish-speaking friends, and I feel like, for example, like Chiquis, a lot of her friends speak only English, or like más inglés and like very little Spanish. So it's kind of like they don't really have that, like, for example, like us, like cotorreamos en español, cotorreamos en inglés, whatever the case may be, and they don't really have that. It's just like one language, and you get used to it. So
yeah.
So,
but yeah, that's definitely stereotype right there. And now it's more common, as Romero would say. It's a little bit more common for no sabo kids. In this case, I'll include my kids in that genre or whatever the fuck you want to put it. Yeah, they're like that. They try. I know Tina tries really hard, and she says stuff like, instead of el, she'll say la, or backwards or vice versa. Pero I see them trying. In this case, Tina, I see her trying. Camila tries a lot harder now. Before, she wouldn't even talk. She would just point at stuff. So she wanted water. She'll point at the water instead of saying water or, or agua. If she didn't know how to say in Spanish, or just point. She wouldn't even say water, even, knowing that she knows how to say water.
She'll write your notes, no? H2O.
Fucking the elements and shit. But yeah, dude. But moving on from that, dude, another thing that I kind of always hated in my life.
Oh, shit.
Today, dude, another stereotype. It's like, oh, well, where are you from? No, it's like, oh, I'm from Mexico City. Oh, I gotta watch out for my wallet, or I gotta watch out for this. It's like, goddamn, dude. Like, okay, I get it.
Oh, ahorita que dijiste, güey, ¿dónde está mi cartera? Yeah, I'm outnumbered right now, dude.
You just fucking have to like laugh it off, and always the first time I hear this fucking joke, even though
dude, I lived with that all my life. All my life, it was something where I mean, I'm not ashamed of saying that I'm from Mexico City. Obviously, I feel like I'm more from here than anywhere else. Pero digo, I'm proud to say I was born
when
there.
you say here is Green Bay, California?
US, I meant, like, because I pretty much grew up here. But I have no shame on saying that I'm from Mexico City, or they say, or they'll automatically think that I'll start speaking in quotes chilango with a little like ¿qué onda, güey? Like type of, acento, like that. I'll have an acento.
Pepe el Toro looking at us, no?
So that's one of the things that I just have to throw it out there. I hate it as growing up. Today it's kind of like, whatever, we all pick on each other type of thing. But growing up, it was one of those things like, fuck, really? Like, is that the reputation that, all the people from Mexico City steal? So yeah.
No, I get you on that 100%. Like, porque it's like, oh, like a joke, but it's like like even when people say it's like, like that's like you said that shit, multiple times. It's not even that funny. Like
it's a
your wallet was missing, motherfucker. Like now, what are you gonna do about it now, right? Like
I was gonna say, I don't know. As an outsider, that shit's hilarious to me, dude. Like,
dude, it is. I guess I could see it, you know. And again, now it doesn't really bother me.
No, it doesn't bother me, but it's one of those like eye rolls, and it's like, okay, here we go. We gotta play the game of like, that was funny, and
yeah.
¿Y de dónde es usted? Y,
yeah, that's how you literally.
Aguascalientes, no tienen carros, perdón, le presento la luz. Perdóname, Carlos.
Carlos, if you listen, ¿no?
Ahora te va a aventar un pinche
sí, güey. But we're not live, ¿no?
You see, dude.
Yeah,
would have been threatening already, no?
She's trying to keep that title, dude. You should think. Romero, anything else that you could think of? I have a couple interesting facts, pero pues échale, ¿no tienes algo?
Casi no, la neta, ¿para qué te voy a mentir? Outside of the stereotypes, dude, like, and I see a lot of work, right? It's a joke or whatnot, but it was like, oh, ¿qué traes de lunch? And like, you know, sacas like, oh, you got tacos, tamales in there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, you got fried chicken, like, you know, like, dude, like based on your culture, you know, you like start picking on your food and shit,
dude. But it's crazy how like for us in this case, right? For us, it's like, like, yeah, you got chicken or you got this or you got that. But if you see that shit nowadays, that's just like, oh shit, you're fucking racist. Like, I feel like it goes towards that path of like they label you as a racist. Like you can't say shit like that. Like for me, that's a joke. If you were to tell me, oh, you got tacos or tamales and you know, if you were black or whatever, I would tell you, well, what do you got, fried chicken? And it's just a back and forth type of joke. But there's people now that would hear and they would point you out to it and fucking lose your job for that shit. No, would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot like more sensitivity towards that, right? Like there's the whole HR piece to it for sure. Pero well, that's the thing too. I remember and like there's probably not stereotype, or maybe it is, I don't know. But me acuerdo que when I did my senior year of high school here in Plainfield, and we were talking about like food and like oh, like what'd you have for dinner last night or something like that. And I'm like, oh, my mom made, I don't know, que dije, like chicharrón or whatever.
Chicharrón, no?
Pembazos, no?
Pembazos.
Pork belly. Chopped up pork belly. in green salsa.
Salsa, no?
See, we.
But whatever it was, and then like one of the girls was like, "Oh wait, you eat Mexican food every day?"
Oh yeah.
Like,
damn, really?
I was like, well, I guess I never thought about it like that, but yeah, I mean, what do you eat? You know, corn and green beans? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
I remember one time I went to a store. So I was making a chicken wrap, you know, like es un poquito diferente.
Pero tú lo hiciste de pollo, me imagino, ¿no?
Yeah, de carnitas, ¿no?
So like I was buying all the stuff, and like the lady saw, I was like, "Oh, is it taco dinner today?" And I was like, "You fucking bitch, dude!" Like,
yeah, dude.
So like cuando you buy certain ingredients, luego they're like, "Oh." They go to like the most fucking stereotypical food and shit.
You're doing tinga?
Tinga?
You're doing tanga?
Tanga tostada?
Are you playing or are you making menudo? Dude, like what I hate is the fucking scene when they sell the like fucking like little taco stand things. Like son like this like it's like un tray para que los tacos se queden parados.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But is hard shell tacos or is just regular tortilla?
I mean,
I think
why not both? You know, you have the little chamaquilla, like try both. Yeah. But it's like there's for hard shell y también so you can keep your soft shell tacos
yeah,
paraditos. And I was like, that shit is dumb as hell.
Well, speaking of tacos, dudes, that stupid stereotype that fucking Taco Bell's Mexican food.
I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, I guess some people do.
Dude, I was explaining to Romero, Anonymous, and Miguel the last time they were here. We went over to eat birria at a spot, right?
At this point, if you know who Anonymous is. But
right. For real, dude. I forgot he started posting. But we went to a spot where they sell birria. It's a really small little gig, and right across the street from there, it's a place where they sell hard shell tacos. And the story is that the owner or whoever started Taco Bell worked there. He originally worked there and stole that idea and started making, I think it was a white guy, honestly, and started making like other shit off of there. Just adding stuff on the menu. Pero again, if I'm not mistaken, he's a white guy. So that originally the hard shell tacos comes from that specific restaurant that I kind of pointed to you guys that day. And again, the idea was stolen from there. Pero yeah, I know. I mean, growing up and as a kid, when I used to live in Burbank and hang out with all those white kids out there, and they thought that Taco Bell was a straight up Mexican restaurant, and which is not. Or you guys,
I've always said to that, like, do Asian people that feel the same way about Panda Express?
Which
I'm pretty sure
they don't, dude. They think that that's some crappy ass fucking
Chinese food.
Right, like that's what I'm saying. They feel the same way that we would feel about Taco Bell being Mexican food.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it. Like,
yeah, me too.
I mean, how do Italian people feel about Sparrow's pizza, dude?
Oh shit!
Olive Garden. Well, I mean, pizza in general, right? Because even Chicago claims, to be a pizza town. New York claims to be a pizza town.
But I don't think they ever
consider it like under the Italian food umbrella,
right? Like, no, so like the whole when like the Chicago thing. Do yeah? I guess they kind of do.
Yeah, because like Giordano's, like you go and it's like, I mean, you think it's Italian style, but we might not even know what Italian is at this point.
Quizá ya nada más les falta a los waiters que hablen así, ¿no? Con las manos. Like,
what you fucking want, no?
Mamma mia, no?
Dude, so I know Crazy Rub had mentioned to us that he had gone on vacation. He did a couple days in Italy, Spain, or whatever. But when he stopped in Italy, he said, like it's like the food is fucking off the chains there in Italy as far as like pasta and shit. Dude, that we know here. The
difference between like the pasta that we eat here and then like when you actually have some homemade pasta, it's night and day, dude. I fucking love it.
It is, dude. And then, well, we went to Vegas. We went to Buddy's restaurant.
I didn't go. We didn't go.
Oh, I took your parents.
You took my parents, yeah.
Yeah, I took your parents. Well, I took Vanya this time.
That was the whole reason I wanted to go. Fuimos.
Cállate.
That's the only reason why he went, no? To
Buddies. Dude, so it's a
yeah, pero vi que fueron con Vanya.
Yeah, we went with Vanya too, and I told him, I was like, this is as far as like Italian, this is the closest it gets. Like I've never tried anything that I know of. Like even in Chicago, I know I've tried a couple spots that are pretty good. I said, but this is the best. Like the pasta, the cheese, like everything, the sauce, everything's just on point. Mm-hmm. And then I had known Crazy Rope had said no, like the best. Obviously, Italian food is in Italy, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. So I had asked him, I was like, dude, so how does this compare to what you tried out there? He said, this is the closest it gets, honestly. So everybody that went and we were there eating.
Did you see? So we're talking about Buddy, the guy, the pastry guy, right? The cake boss?
Pastry guy, cake boss.
Dude, yo no sabía que he had like a really bad accident in su mano. Like, and like he's like now supervising, but he's not making cakes anymore. He's not doing any of that.
Did not know that either, dude. I think I heard it from Ana because I know she knows about that, pero I don't recall.
Yeah, like in his house, he has a bowling alley, I think, and uno de los pins got stuck.
Oh,
so when he stuck his hand to get it unstuck, like la máquina empezó a trabajar sola, so like smashed his whole hand.
Oh fuck!
Shit. He had like varillas and like I mean he had an operation, on his hand and. Que ya no quedó igual, so he can't like do the cakes and stuff.
The magic. The other motion, dude, this one.
Oh.
Dude, definitely that's a spot to go check out. And then in front of in Vegas, in the restaurant, in front of the restaurant, it's the bakery. They have a bakery there.
Oh,
yeah, they have a bakery there, and they have
must be nice.
It is nice, and they sell a bunch of stuff there that they sell out in, I think it's New Jersey, where he actually has his bakery. Yeah, so
the original, the OG bakery que hizo su mamá, you know.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, if you're ever out in Vegas, guys, from us with you guys, don't take them. But if you guys are alone, go to Buddy's on Saturday or Sunday.
Pongan a Romero primero a dormir y ya después go to Buddy's.
Sí, that's just fire. Okay, muchachos. Well, let me read us some stuff. So I have for Latinos. Well, in this case, it says Mexicans, but I'm sure it can apply to a lot of Latin American countries. They assume, well, in this case, in this article, it says that they assume that all Mexicans or Latinos are illegal immigrants. Do you guys see that? Have you guys heard of that?
Well,
I mean, you heard it from Trump himself, dude.
Yeah, because I mean, te ven Latino, they hear you speaking Spanish, and automatically they assume, you know.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, that assumption of like even it could be a Puerto Rican speaking Spanish, and you know, people like go back to your country, and
I was gonna say that too. Like, I've never
liked like I don't know if that's a stereotype or that's just like straight up racist, you know.
Well, see, wait. I was gonna say the stereotype that like every Latino, they make them out to be Mexican when there's
that
like
too.
Hondureños, you know, like from Nicaragua, Salvador, and
they strictly assume you're Mexican.
Yeah,
just because you speak Spanish, I guess.
Yeah.
But the stereotype de que todos los like cowboys from Texas, you know, are racist, right? The ones that are like live near the border or whatnot. But there's a vast majority of them that like come from like Mexican, Hispanic heritage.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's a documentary of that. I gotta look it up and see what's the name of it on Netflix. Where it shows you,
no?
No way. Where it shows you like a different eye of immigration. Like it shows you like ICE in New York compared to like Homeland Security in Texas, like on the border. And like the people in Texas, like white, like dead white guys, and then they're like, oh yeah, what? Okay.
You said dead white guys?
Well, I'm saying like they're white, they're just pure white, and then they'll be like, yeah, I understand that they're trying to come to the country to get a better life. Like I really do feel bad for them. You know, I try to offer them water, trying to keep them calm. Like it's so different compared to the guys up in New York, where they're like, oh, they'll be like, hey, there's like say they go looking for I don't know Pancho. Whatever address, and they'll be like, oh well, Pancho's here, but we also have 10 other people that live here, like should we take them in? And they'll be like, oh yeah, bring them in. If you know, if they don't got papers, bring them in. Like it's so different, like how they think. I still gotta find the damn thing. I gotta look for that. That's just crazy. I got another one, muchachos, porque you guys are too quiet because I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, dale, pues tíralo bien preparado. O sea, ya.
Para que vean, dude. Como siempre, dude.
You're gonna leave the Thirsties wanting more, dude, and we're about to take a break.
You see, dude. You didn't have to like call it out mid-episode, pero bueno. The 10 most embarrassing American stereotypes, dude, that are kind of true. I mean, in parentheses, that are kind of true. Right? I'm reading off the damn article.
No me digan a mí nada, no?
Dude, dice aquí that we barely travel. They say we all have heard embarrassing low statistics concerning the percentage of Americans holding passports, but at this point it's over 30%. It's still incredibly lame and far behind the UK's 80%. So apparently there's 30% of Americans have their passport, 30%, and the UK
ya ves a Miguel.
80.
Pues yo también, yo no tengo.
No, pinche tanque.
But to be fair though, dude, in Europe,
do you have, not to get too personal, but do you have dual citizenship? Can you do that?
I can. I tried, pero so
I'm American.
American, no, there was like a typo or a mistake in my birth certificate for my dad's date of birth. So I guess
dice Eric Guerrero instead of Eric Tank Guerrero.
No,
no pasó el examen de español, ¿no?
Y sí, güey. No, but like, so because the date of birth that's on my certificate, que es de mi dad, and my dad's birth certificate don't match up. Like, they didn't let me, so I would have to try again to see if my mom's information is correct, and then try it from like through her if I could get the dual citizenship. But we are trying to do that, mainly por las propiedades que están en México, boy, ¿no?
Christmas intensifies, ¿no?
No, but yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like in Europe it's a lot easier though, porque pues todo está más cerquita, dude. You know, like, if you're like in the UK, like going to Italy, going to Spain y todo eso, y acá, pues, at least for us, like, the place we would travel the most would be like Mexico, and then from there just be like pues out of state, you know, like California or like Texas, lo que fuera. So I feel like in a way también por eso, way, like
I agree. I could agree.
I think it's also like the lifestyle, right?
Oh yeah,
the lifestyle here in America is completely different than the lifestyle over there. Y también it goes to the whole, like, here, like, if you go and apply for a job, you're working there full time, you have what, 2 weeks of vacation after working there a year with limited, you know, like PTO, part-time personal time off, or like all those like things that are in place in a full-time job here. Yeah, it's like, oh, you need a holiday. Take 2 months.
Yeah.
Come over holiday.
Takes 2 months, no?
Hey mate, you need a holiday?
I've been watching Peppa Pig, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. That's the way to go, dude. I've been watching Game of Thrones, so I get you. Not Game of Thrones, House of Dragons. Sí, más o menos, dude. But I do know that in Europe they're a little bit more lenient to when it comes to like the European Union, as far as like I know Mexico. If you go from Mexico to Canada, you don't need a passport. Or you don't need like some sort of identification like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like if there's plenty of countries, plenty of countries that the U.S. requires you to even have a visa or a passport for you to even enter the country. But out there in like Europe, it's so freely. Like you could just literally with like an ID fly from Spain to France and from France to Germany and back forth. Like there's no hiccups when it comes to that. So Tank's right. I kind of do see that.
Distances, yeah, it's for sure closer to go to a different country versus here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Another stereotype, which I don't know if it's really a stereotype. I do know that it's. But anyway, we'll see what you guys think. I know we had talked about it in a previous episode. Our gun crime is out of control. Would you guys consider that a stereotype, or is it actual norma fact right here?
What is the stereotype?
I mean, that's
more guns, more problems.
There's no.
Calmado, big, you know.
It says here, there's no modern country on the planet that has the same problems with gun violence as the United States. In 2006, over 10,000 Americans died gun-related deaths. In Japan, 2. So this is 2006. 10,000 Americans died gun-related deaths. But in Japan, in that year, it was only 2. Would you guys consider that a stereotype, or is this something that is actually true?
I mean, if the statistics
those statistics sound like normal facts, but
let me see.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they put it as a stereotype, but
yeah, like the stereotype that, you know, the all-American,
right? That's the only problem I have with all, you know, like, porque pues even in the U.S. is pretty divided whether it's like, are you pro guns or, you know, like anti-guns?
The stereotype would be that the Caucasian all-American male is, you know, a gun fanatic or pro guns, let's just say. I think that's the stereotype there, but I mean, it's not far from the truth either.
True. Now, just a question before we head into another one real quick. What would you guys consider patriotism? I'll start with you, Tank.
Oh, can't you start with Romero, dude, so I could piggyback off his answer?
Well, I mean, like patriotism for who?
In this case, where the article states 10 most embarrassing American stereotypes. So as far as American
patriotism, I mean, there's a lot of countries that don't have, por ejemplo, aquí, like, oh, you're patriot if you have an American flag boxer. Like
right.
you're sorry, have the American flag. There's other countries that there's much respect for the flag, or the respect of the flag is from a different stance, where that's not even a thing. Yeah, aquí, like you go from having tattoos to having, like I said, boxers, thongs, bikinis, de lo que sea. Like as long as there's a stamp of the American flag, you're proud and you're a patriot.
Recently, over the past couple of years, as far as patriotism, it's been labeled as supporting the troops, supporting, in this case, the police, and what else would it be? Supporting Trump? I mean, I wouldn't know what else.
Well, I think that's where it's kind of been, right? Like it's like it was heading that way of like, even you looked at patriotism being proud of your country, whereas like to a negative extent of people's side on there, like, oh, you're supporting Trump and what that means, with the whole MAGA hats and making amigos go away, right? That's the thing.
That's true, dude. What do you think, Tank?
Yeah, I think
piggyback off his answer, boy.
Oh boy, let me go ahead. No, but I think the American version of patriotism is definitely a toxic one. Just for the fact that, por ejemplo, like for us, that we have dual cultures, like somos mexicanos y somos like americanos. Just the fact that you show love to the Mexican side of you, like automatically they assume that you're anti-American and that you're anti this, and como dijo Romero, like go back to your country type of thing. And it's like that is like a toxic patriotism, porque like in my opinion, like people from America son de diferentes partes del mundo, like you have Asian Americans, you have African Americans, you have your Middle Eastern Americans y todo eso. So there's always going to be a different side of you, a different culture with you that you're obviously going to like show love to and have love for, porque like whether that's like your parents te lo inculcaron, or just like you just naturally like are attached porque you're like, oh, these are my people, y and like I feel like with a lot of, como dijo Romero, like a lot of the people that it was going into with the whole Trump supporters y todo eso, where they viewed it as, like I said, like if you show love to that other side of your culture, like automatically, oh, you're anti-patriot, and like whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And I feel like, well, I mean, I haven't obviously experienced other countries, but I don't assume that they're the same way, like, because siempre has visto de que, like even what was it, not so long ago, no me acuerdo que estaban, was it las fiestas patrias, like in Germany, que estaban festejando, like things like that. So it's like, it's definitely American patriotism is definitely heading, or has been heading, to a toxic place.
Right, because you want to think that like patriotism is being proud of your country, and how you show it is up to you, and you kind of want to respect that, but at the same time, where it becomes like, oh, if there's a difference in opinions, or I'm showing love to a different country that's not, in this case, America, United States, because that's the other thing too, right? Like it's the United States of America, it's not America.
Yeah.
But cuando se encuentran esas diferencias de que like you can't share kind of like respect for another country or things like that because my country's better and all that, is where the toxic shit happens, right?
Yeah.
And I know we're, as far as like country wise, we're very divided as far as we're cultures. There's a lot of culture here in the US. Tank obviously said, Mexican American. We have other Latin American countries that are here as well, and then East, Middle Eastern and all that stuff. But out of the culture wise, we're so mixed up here that it really doesn't exist in other countries. So I don't know if that's if that plays a role of, like, for example, you said Germany, they had this and they had that, and they were so proud about being Germany, being about that. But it's just, I feel like that's all they know. When it comes here, we're so divided in between, just different cultures. But I do know that, but yeah, like I said, recently it's been heading towards that negative stance point of being a patriot. I thought, honestly, for me, a patriot, yes, it's obviously being thankful in this case for the troops, obviously, because they call this a land of the free, respecting the flag, all this stuff. But even then, people from out of the U.S. think that that's even bad to pledge allegiance to the flag. They think that that's a type of cult type of shit, which is weird to me because I grew up with that thought of, like, I pledge allegiance to the flag. But I think they asked that question. It's like, it was a question on TikTok a couple months back, like, of what they thought about what was weird about the U.S. It was one of those things, like, that you pledge allegiance to a flag. Like, why would you do that? Like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. It's like, oh shit. Like, was I really brainwashed with all this, all this fucking time, or is it really bad? Like, they don't do it in other countries. I don't know. I don't know,
dude, because I mean, pues México también tiene honores a la bandera, like even in school.
I remember that. I remember every Monday you would go out and pledge allegiance to the flag. Pero, just the fact that other people are like, yeah, we don't have this in the UK, or we don't have this here. It's like maybe I'm just not educated enough to know that they don't have it. They really don't have it, or they probably do, and they're just saying that just to fucking pick at people. I don't know.
Oh, no, I thought a patriot was Tom Brady, like.
Oh shit, Romero. Anybody else want to share one? Porque ya hablé mucho, ya tengo la boca seca.
Let's see. I did have a few here. I don't know if they're too controversial.
But you closed your tab, no?
No. I did not close my tab. I actually went to a different tab here.
Échale.
So, let's see. Positive stereotypes about Americans.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Positive,
según.
Okay.
Que they're generous, hardworking, and optimistic. I don't know if I believe all that.
I don't believe all that.
But here are the negative stereotypes about Americans. Americans are stereotypically considered to be obese, rich.
I didn't want to call that one out, but yeah.
Loud and arrogant, obsessed with guns, workaholics who care more about work than spending time with family, don't care about the environment, materialistic, nonsense of style, severely uneducated. I could care less about others people's cultures. I mean, those negative stereotypes, I mean, to me, like, kind of right on, like.
We were just talking about that, dude.
You know which one, though? Like, I think the rich part. And I feel like también eso viene from, like, even like our Mexican side, where it's like, if you have family in Mexico, like, te vienes, and then it's like, oh, like, mándame for this and mándame for that. And sometimes I feel like they think you're well better off than what you really are. And it's like, like, it's like, and I say it because it's happened, where they're like, ask for, like, nonchalantly, like, ask for like $200-$300, and it's like I don't have $200-$300 just to, like, randomly send like that, like, and he's like, oh, but you're over there, you're winning, like, dollars, y que no sé qué. So it's like, I feel like, I mean, that's a stereotype.
Dude, we did, I don't know if we did, but I know in this case with Anna, we talked about this shit a lot. She has, in this case, I know my dad came over, and he's done this too, where they'll come over to the US for vacation or whatever, and then they'll say, okay, well, let's go eat. No, you go out to eat, doesn't matter, McDonald's or whatever. And then they'll be like, oh wait, that was $30, and then they'll switch up those $30 to pesos.
To pesos, yeah.
And it's like,
they'll do the conversion on the spot.
And then they'll be like, but why? This is so expensive. I mean, I'm just using McDonald's as an example, but they'll be like, well, it's so expensive. Like out there, Mexico's a lot cheaper out there, and this is a lot like this and that. It's just, it feels awkward because it's like, well, I mean, that's what it is. Like for me, that's what it is. I know one of her cousins and one of her cousins from Mana came over recently a couple of months ago to work. You know, he thinks, and you know, one of the things that I did tell him, I said, like your whole family here works in construction. Like that shit is heavy, like super heavy. I've never done it personally. I know I was offered a couple times to work like in construction with them, but I've never done it. But I do see them get home and they're fucking like they're done, like they're tired. He's like, no, I got this. I think I got this. He works in an office back in Mexico, so this is a 360 for him. So he comes over, he gets his stuff and blah blah blah. He comes over, and I think I told you guys there was a for this summer here in Cali, it was like 114 like every day, every single day for like 2-3 weeks. So he was here during that time, and he was at work during that time. He's like, yeah, it's too hard. To the point that they were telling him, it's like, hey, I think this is too much for you. Like, go home, you know. So I had told him before, it's like, yes, the way we get paid in dollars is the same way we pay in dollars. Like we pay our bills in dollars. We pay this in dollars. Like we don't convert it like you're doing. Like you're saying that this is too much, or you think it's like, damn, $1,000 a week. Like, yeah, that sounds good because they convert it into pesos. Yeah. So and, you know, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, out of those $1,000, I'm probably left with like 150. I'm probably left with $200. Why? Because I had to pay this, I had to pay that, I had to pay this. But that's a big stereotype, I believe, in Latin American countries, where they believe that we're making dollars, you know, and obviously the dollar's worth more out there with them, wherever, if it's Mexico in this case, you know, I'm relating to me. That's crazy, dude.
I know that's how like my cousin ended up in so much fucking debt, dude, because he came and he started one job and it was like, I think like 13, 14 an hour. And once again, he converted into pesos. He's like, damn, dude, like I make this, like what I make in 1 week, I make in like a month or whatever, you know, the case may be.
Yeah.
So he's like, dude, I'm getting paid and this and that. But he was sending his money out. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm like, just remember, if you're living here, you're spending also in US dollars. Like you're not spending, you know, like what it costs of living over there, you know, which is a lot cheaper. And like whenever we would go out and it'd be like little things, he's like, oh, well, it's $80. He's like, damn, why so much? Or like, even the other day, he wanted to get a tattoo and I think it was like $350. And he's like, dude, that's a lot for a tattoo. I could get it done over there for this much. I was like,
yeah.
Well, dude, we're not, you know, over there, you know, like.
Si estuviéramos en México, yo ya hubiera ido a que me curara mi muelita, dude. El dentista está caro aquí, dude.
Sí, dude.
But yeah, dude, like they do like convert them right away. He like, it's that, not like, for example, now that he got the truck, like he has to pay, you know, like US currency here. So it's like, obviously he's like, oh, damn, like I got to pay for the truck and then the insurance and then this. And it's like the little things that people don't tell them that you have to spend money on. And
dude, I told him though. I really did tell him. He probably lasted here like 2-3 months. He left because he just couldn't do it. But we compare those type of people, but then we know, like I know people, in this case, Pepe, right? He's well off in Mexico. He has a business. He's cool. He's everything. He comes over. He was over here for a week. He was over here for a week. Dude, we would go out to eat random places. Like I wasn't trying to go like a high end or anything. We went to like a Korean barbecue. I think in total for all of us, because it was a couple, like maybe 9 or 10 of us. We went out to eat. It was like 300 and something. Okay, for me that's pretty reasonable. It's a pretty fair price. So we go out there and he's like, hey, here, I got you. Like he didn't even ask how much was it. He didn't say, oh, was it how much is it? Can I see it? I said they gave it to me because I was like on the edge. They gave it to me and I see it and it was like $375. And then out of that, I said, he's like, hey, I got you here. So he gives me his card. And then I was like, hey, is it okay if we split into 2 or you want to split into 3? He's like, no, 2 is fine. And I was like, what? Like, damn, like we're splitting in 2 because I'm paying for my dad. I'm paying for Ana. He's paying for the wife and the suegro. So it was like, you know, like 2 parties. But he was very cool about it. And it was like, damn, like this shit feels good from somebody coming out from Mexico to go ahead and be like, I got you. Like, here you go. Like, just split it in half, you and me. And like, there's a lot of people that come from Mexico that they don't do that. Like, again, because I say Mexico so much because
that's
Mexican,
what we can relate to.
Yeah. I don't want to, outshine anyone else, but that's what I relate to.
Materialistic. I think we're also very materialistic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So aquí going down the line, dice
I don't think I am, dude. I don't think I'm materialistic.
I don't know, dude. I feel like
might not think of it that way.
Maybe,
Pero, you look at your lifestyle,
yeah,
and you compare it, in other countries, or we're talking about Europe, right? Like, there's people there that have like tiny houses, no luxuries, pero like they're fine living like that, and they're comfortable, and they do travel and they have vacations. Y a lo mejor no lo piensas así, pero like te pones a pensar en like for me, like the first time I actually like took vacation, outside of like once we came to the US and they told me we were taking a vacation, and then we just stayed.
It's technically a long ass vacation.
It was probably what, like maybe when I was like, I don't know, 14, 15.
When we came over to Cali, no? No, when we came to Cali, you remember that shit?
Oh, dude, we were like, and your mom paid for my flight, like, I see, like a family vacation. Like, I never had that until like, it was recently, like, que digas, like, oh, like we had a family vacation. I had my parents come with me. I had my family. I had my siblings. Is when we went to Florida.
Oh shit! Really?
Oh, shit.
Like, and that was what, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago.
4 years, yeah. Camila just
4 years ago.
She was a 1, yeah.
So it's like te pones a pensar y like aquí, pues, like you just keep working to pay the bills, and ya lo pendejo te metes en deudas, and it's like, yeah, your lifestyle, like you might not think you're materialistic, but it is. I think it's artificially put together that way.
Maybe, dude. I just don't think about it like that. I guess because I really don't analyze my life outside of myself. But I don't know. I try to keep it simple. I really do try to keep it simple as much as I can. Like, I try to do what I can, pay whatever I have to pay, and just keep it going. I really do believe in me getting a pair of shoes, buying clothes for the girls type of thing, which I don't know if that's just a mindset type of thing or again, I don't know. I don't see it like that though. I really don't think I'm materialistic like that. I could be.
Like, I can't justify a pair of fucking $250 shoes. They exist out there, but I can't fucking justify that.
I don't have that shit, dude. I don't think I've done it.
Pero si fuera una máscara.
¿Verdad?
There's priorities.
Si fuera la ring, ¿no? De allá del Lucha Republic, dude, ¿no? Con las,
te digo,
con las
los
sillas.
casco pants, dude, están bien pinche, bien cómodos, dude.
Dude, no fuera la pinche reversible, I don't know if it's a rain jacket de Mexico, ¿no?
Oh, yeah.
Because I bought 2, ¿no? Ya me llegaron de ahí del... I don't know who sent the link, but...
I think it was Romero. Yeah, Romero.
Yeah.
From Fanatics, I got that shit right away.
Dude, I'm wearing a jacket like as a winter jacket, dude. You see that shit. I did not pay that much for that jacket, so...
I got one over here for you guys. We are scientifically illiterate. The country that flew to the moon still has 20 million people that believe it was fake. That sounds like a conspiracy theory. A few facts about American scientific flawing. 34% of Americans believe in ghosts. 18% still believe the sun goes around the earth. Really? 32% still...
Blame that on the school system, dude. 100%, dude.
Blame it on Bogan, dude.
Mucha gente like, oh, la escuela en los Estados Unidos, or like not even like I see it like that, like from a Mexican standpoint, pero anywhere else, like, yeah, we have Harvard and all that shit, but I'm like, even getting a degree in student loans and all that shit is all fucked up, dude. Like,
fuck yeah, dude.
Y luego, like, they're wondering why, like, people are illiterate, dude. Like, come on now. They don't make it easy to go to school.
The 32% think stem cell research is morally wrong, but only 20% actually know what stem cells are. Are you guys part of that 20% that know what stem cells are?
I wouldn't be able to describe it to you. That's for sure. I mean, I'll be able to read it to you once I Google it.
I'll be able to understand más o menos, ¿no?
Sí, I'll be literate once I read it off of Google, ¿no?
Sí, güey.
Tanky, you want to say something, dude? Porque you've been too quiet, dude.
No, well, I was just gonna say I think that's more so public schools, dude. It was lack of funding because I feel like it does kind of in a way go into the government porque you know, like they spend more on self-defense y cosas así, and like the first thing that gets, you know, cuts is education. So I mean that's just
true, dude. That's true.
That's just the result of like years and years of doing that, you know.
That's true. Pero bueno, muchachos, ya vi que no están muy preparados, dude. I think it's that time, dude.
It's that time, way, yeah.
Sí. Time for live. Oh, sorry, shit. Oh, for shots. Oh, that's right.
Es como te la ponías, ¿no? Para que lo leyeras.
Shots at tough questions, ¿no? Iba a decir, ¿no?
Taking a shot at live stuff questions. And because we don't have Miguel today,
which nobody knew, right? No, because we didn't even talk about him.
Yo dije que no teníamos a Miguelito.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Miguelito.
That's true.
Como no te acuerdas the beginning of the episode, no?
Yeah, no, dude. This is the break we were talking about, guys. A break for Miguel. He's not gonna listen to this, so it don't matter. We can talk all the shit we want.
That's true, dude. That's true.
Dude, el chismoso va a ser tanques.
No.
Va a ser tanque. Yeah, dude.
Pues
Dale, doña Chole. Bring her out, dude. Mira, fuck it. Humidifier, a todo lo que da. Sí, el Juan, the vapor.
Humidifier, dude.
Oh, shit. No te empieza a toser el Romero, ¿no?
Pinches sinuses todas ya bien limpias, ¿no?
Sí, güey, ¿no?
Tocando los chakras, ¿no?
Jenny boy, this is your question, dude.
Okay, dude. I mean, we didn't spin the wheel, but you know.
No, we're not going to spin the wheel, dude, porque no tenemos a Miguelito, dude.
Okay, dude, we always get picked. Hey, so he's been gone, right? So he deserves 3 questions.
Órale, ¿cómo sigue?
¿Y cómo se quieren ir de vacaciones otra vez sin mí, no?
Miguel deserves 3 questions when he gets back. When we get back.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be all the way till.
Well, wait. We'll talk about that later. Dale.
Wait, yeah, you mentioned it like 5 times already.
5? God damn.
We'll for sure give you dates on the time we're gonna be off in the upcoming episodes. So for now, wait, escoge algo, dime.
Esa mera, esa naranjada. Shit. What is the most embarrassing thing that you've done for a friend? Romero, voy a tener que decir tu secreto.
A ver.
Dude, so there was this one time, dude, in Bogan, right? It was English class. English? Y pues I had done my research y todo el pedo.
Ay, cállate, ya sé dónde vas con esa mamada.
¿Qué, güey? Espérate, let me talk, dude. It was my question, not yours. Dude, I had done my research and shit, like stayed up late. I think it was probably like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to be up at 7, dude, so I wanted to be in my first period. Y pues I did this article, I forgot what it was about, dude, because I have really bad memory about this stuff. Y el pinche Romero the day before, dude, like he didn't do shit. So what I did was I let him literally, it's like, hey, dude, I got you. Don't worry about it. I know you didn't do your homework. So le doy el article about whatever the fuck it was. Y dude, he didn't even change one word of it. Dude, so la maestra calls me out on it. So she calls me out on it. So like, hey, do you know Christian Romero? I was like, no, I don't think so. He's like, oh, yeah, I think you know him. I was like, no, is it because I'm Mexican? Like, I didn't know what to tell you, know?
This is a stereotype.
Yeah, dude. So, dude, come to find out that Romero never changed a word. Literally just changed the name, dude. He turned it in like that. And here I am being blamed of plagiarism. That's the most embarrassing part, dude. That's the most embarrassing.
So they blame that you copied Romero?
Oh, I mean that he copied me. My bad.
Oh,
so slowly the truth was coming out, but okay.
Yeah, dude, that was the most embarrassing thing I did for our friend.
Now please tell us a true story, dude.
Oh, true story?
Pues esa no, like.
Esa no. Esa es toda, ¿no? ¿Cómo es el de la máscara, no?
La máscara.
Quita la máscara. Pues esa es toda, güey. Dude, I think maybe I don't know, dude. I don't think I've done anything embarrassing like that for a friend. I can't think of anything, dude. Honestly, I can't really think of anything. I'm trying to think of a crazy rub, something crazy rub. I don't think so. Miguel, I don't think so. Tank, I don't know, just saving him in broccoli a couple times. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I can't think of anything. Romero, no. Romero, if it was flipped to you, like, do you have a memory like that besides you copying me in the that essay?
I was gonna be like, well, there was this one time where,
where I stayed up until 2 a.m.
Yeah, dude, no, I don't. I can't think of anything, dude. I don't think I've done anything embarrassing like that. I don't got that type of friends, boy.
Oh boy.
Oh shit! Should we talk about Caesar, dude? Because I think I got a couple.
I was gonna be like, well, I mean,
fucking Caesar, dude.
So no.
Dude, we went to a fucking strip club, dude. I think this is fucking embarrassing, dude. I think it's fucking embarrassing, dude. This motherfucker wants to buy me a dance, but he wants the girl to dance on him too, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, I want the baddest bitch here. So he picks the girl because he's buying it, right? So I was like, okay, it's fair. He picks the girl. I don't think this bitch is like bad. I think she's cool, but she's not bad. Dude, she keeps like she does a lap dance on me first, on me. Dude, she stank like bad. So I'm like, God damn. Sí, pinche. No le di la nalgada, dude, pero it was just bad. So yeah, she finishes on me and goes to Caesar because he's literally sitting next to me. Like we're rubbing shoulders, dude. I swear to God. Dude, come to find out, we get out of there and fucking Caesar's like, this is the best lap dance I've ever had. And I was like, what? I was like, bro, you didn't smell that shit? He's like, nah, she was like perfect, dude. Dude, it was a smell for me, dude. It was a little fishy, if you know what I mean. That's the most embarrassing thing I've done for a friend, for sure.
Sounds about right, too.
Right? Sounds like Caesar.
Anyway.
Yeah, that shit was bad. But anyway, Tanque, te toca tu pregunta.
Basta.
Ahí viene Don Chole. Pórate antes de que te vayas de vacaciones, ¿eh?
Y sí, güey.
Esa naranjada también.
Sí, güey, la naranjada, güey. Have I ever peed myself? Pues de chiquito, güey.
Ahorita estás bien mojado, ¿no?
Sí, güey. Ahorita esperando a que terminemos el podcast, ¿no, güey?
Y sí, así estoy yo ahorita, güey.
Estás bien rosado ahorita, ¿no?
No, dude, ya de grande, pues no, güey. Like, de chiquito, pues sí, güey. Like, especially, like, you know, like, what was it, like, around the kindergarten age, más o menos. Like, que empiezas a soñar que estás en el baño, güey. Y luego you wake up and it's like, fuck, you know? Like,
no estaba, ¿no?
Sí, güey. But other than that, like, nah, dude.
Oh, shit, dude.
No.
But that's sude, and I was like, oh, shit.
I hope they can smell the pee, ¿no? Like,
Barro, échate tu pregunta que gustes. ¿La que ya viste?
Aquí las tengo, ya. Ay, caray.
Agarra la del medio. La que sea del medio. Mira, Doña Chole. Ay, no le gustó esa, se agarró la otra. Vamos.
Es que no pude agarrarla, güey. What's the best face in your life?
Yo pensando en una cara, yo dije la máscara, ¿no? Y ya te va a decir cuál máscara le gustó más, pero pues bueno. Va a tener ya lo de sus hijos, ¿no? Ah, damn.
Pues sí, dude, like I think best face in my life, I think it's it is being a parent. There's a lot of like challenges, a lot of growth, but also a lot of fun times. And y pues sí, like I mean, it's como, I think at some point, like I can't remember the question that was asked. Pero like I shared, like it said, like wasn't like, you know, like it's not like we really planned to have kids, pero she was born and the timing was perfect. At that time, cuando nació Itzel, is when I proposed to Carla with like knowing que she was very ambitious and I didn't know what the hell she wanted to do. So it's like, you know, it's like, well, we have a kid, but you know, we were also thinking about like at that point we were thinking about like, do we buy a different house? Like, are we staying here? Like, all these changes that just kind of were happening during that time. Y pues Emma and Ivan were, born back to back, like a year apart, or almost exactly a year apart. So just kind of. I mean, definitely COVID babies for sure. Y pues sí, like I think it's definitely been challenging, and es como te digo, like, pero also very, 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 ¿cómo se dice? Gratifying, and there's a lot of cool things that come along with being a parent, even though it's not easy, because we talked about it, right? Like we don't have like a playbook to say this is how you parent,
right?
Not all kids are the same, and these three are completely different in many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I guess the face of being a parent.
I could agree. Va, muchachos. Pues now we're in 20
Tank es un guerrero, eh? So yo digo que pues le toca answer another question for Miguel, ¿no? Like,
I agree, dude. I agree.
Yeah.
No tienes una prueba por ahí porque pues ya the pile's looking a little thin and I'm worried,
Lo bueno que secret, ¿no? Secret in a few weeks, dude. Like, ya que Jonathan no ha dicho nada, dude. Like.
Sí, dude, no vamos a decir nada.
Va.
Hasta la próximo episode. Pero pues, in the meantime, pues, I mean, a ver, Johnny Boy, let us know what's up.
Dude. Oh, wait, what's going on? Wait, why? Why are we doing this? ¿Y las palabras de Tank?
Espérate, pues un little promo para que nos echáramos ahí, pero pues.
Échale otra vez. In the meantime, while Tank turns on his phone and looks up what he's going to do next, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Facebook group at Todos Toman Podcast. Oh, sorry, Todos Toman Pod. Don't forget, Todos Toman Pod, not Todos Toman Podcast. No se olviden.
Chingao.
TikTok every now and then.
Facebook and Facebook group.
Ahí venía, dude. Sí, I gotta be patient, dude. It's just, I can't get ahead of myself, dude. But other than that, dude, I know Miguel's not here. I know he's never gonna listen. He says the real thirsties, dude. But we're here for what, dude?
Las palabras de Tank.
Sé que el alcohol me hace daño, pero ya lo perdoné, dude.
Fuck. Sad applause, eh? Sí, dude.
Oh, man.
Right on point, dude.
Muy bien,
muchachos. What's a rap?
It's a rap, Johnny Boy, pues.
Ya saben dónde vernos, buscarnos, dude. Todos Toman Pod.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook group. If you are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever, feel free to rate us, review. YouTube, definitely subscribe. All links can be found at todostomanpodcast.com. And there might be a break, there might not be a break. I don't know, but eventually the website will come through.
Oh, yeah.
Fuera de eso, muchachos, pues saludcita, ¿no?
Salud.
Pues el Tanque ya no tiene nada.
Ya no tengo nada, ¿no? Pero pues, salud igual. ¿no?
Lo conozco. Dude.
Ya aquí era puro.
Espérate, tú te estás pasando muy rápido. Güey.
Sí, güey, ¿no?
Va, dude.
Va.
Shout out to Miguel, He sucks. You bitch. He's never gonna hear this. El metiche va a ser Tanque.
No mames.